Hello there, and welcome to this In and Around for Tuesday, July 23rd, 2024. What do I mean by in and around? Well, as I mentioned in my last video, which was a walk and talk, it's too hot right now to do the walking and talking. It's just about 9 o'clock in the morning. It's already 85 degrees out here in my backyard in St. George, Utah. So I thought I'd sit down and do a vlog the standard way. So we'll see how this works. It's also going to allow me to add a few other fun things, maybe, in the edit so that it's not quite so boring, me just sitting here chatting. Anyway, welcome to my backyard. Let me catch you up on the things that have been happening and will soon be happening around here. I went down to California, had a wonderful time with my family the last week of June. I don't know what I was thinking because I should have just gone down the week after and been there for the 4th of July, especially since while I was there, my niece had actually left to go up to visit a friend in Sacramento. And the week of 4th of July, my nephew went down from Idaho to California, so we could have all been together. Oh well, whatever. That's something to remember for next time. I did have a good time. I didn't have any troubles on the drive, except on the drive back, which I got stuck in ridiculous traffic between Barstow and Baker, which was a nightmare, but that happens sometimes driving across the desert. I had a good time down there visiting friends. I had a nice time with my wargaming buddies, and there's going to be a short video at the end explaining and showing you some of that. And I also did some train watching, and I did put out a couple of videos that since I got back of some of my train visits there, one sometime in Chatsworth and the other sometime in Simi Valley. So it was good for old times. Now, I wish I could do those more often. Why do I say that? Because they're extremely popular. My Chatsworth one it's already got like almost 1,000 views on it. Although I didn't really do this YouTube channel for views. I guess I want people to see the stuff I do. I know that a couple people have even subscribed, probably because of that. So if you're watching this, know that I live an hour and a half away from the nearest train track. So I will not be doing rail videos very often. I'll do them when I can. I'm planning later on, when it gets cool in the fall, driving out to probably Sparks, Nevada, Caliente, Nevada. That's about an hour and a half away from here to the north and west. My other option is to drive down to Las Vegas, but I don't particularly want to go down there to train watch. Anyway, enough about that. It was great seeing my dad, great seeing my friends and my family, so I had a good time. I also went and got to attend my old ward down there for church for 2 Sundays, and that was a lot of fun seeing those folks again. Since I got back, it's been hot, continued to be hot. It was already triple digits when I left in June, and it's been triple digits ever since. That's pretty much the way it goes. At least, however, right now we're in monsoon season. We just started that about a week and a half ago. I put up a video about that, a short one. I'll pop up here what it looks like when it rains here. It basically is what happens. The rain comes up in the late afternoon, evening from Arizona, and we get rain, and it can be anywhere from like 2 minutes to half an hour maybe. And sometimes it's really hard. It's quite a surprise after you've had a hot day of clear blue skies to get poured down upon, but that's the way it goes. And we're grateful for the rain, but does it cool it off? No, not really. It mostly just makes it humid. So, well, that's kind of what it's like here, and I knew that was happening when I signed up, so I still love it here. Other videos that I put in, I know that YouTube wants creators to do shorts, which are these little short videos. They're answers to TikTok, I guess, which are vertical videos. And I always thought that was kind of dumb, and I don't really want to do that. But I started experimenting, and I've started a series called Haiku from the Desert, because I realized that one of the things I like to do is write haiku, short poetry, the Japanese syllabic 575 poetry, and that works perfectly in shorts. So enjoy those if you watch those. They're only about 30 seconds to a minute long, so I've started doing that. Other things, we had our ward dinner up in Pine Valley last weekend, or I guess it was last Friday, and that was a lot of fun. It always is good time, lots of people, lots of good food, especially the famous Dutch oven potatoes that they always cook, which is the whole reason for going pretty much. But Pine Valley is about what is it, like 30 miles from here, up into the mountains, and it's so much cooler, and it's really nice to go up there. So I probably need to go up there more often, especially when it's hot. I had another CT scan. Now we're talking about my health things. I feel fine. I'm actually feeling a lot better than I have been, getting steadily better, which is good. But I did have a CT scan week before last. I saw the radiology doctor last week, and there's something that has developed on my lung, which we knew about, and it's gotten bigger. So now I go in first week of August to get a lung biopsy. So we'll hope that it's still cancer-free, but I guess we'll know. It could either be something benign all the way up to metastasis of my rectal cancer, which would be very bad. So let's keep me in your thoughts and prayers that I'm not going to have to go through anything like that again. So I think that's pretty much being caught up on everything that's happened. Things that I've been doing lately and want to do going forward. August next month, the big thing coming up is Education Week at BYU in August, and I am very excited for that. I was excited to see my friend and roommate of several years, John, but he is emailed and it's his turn to not be able to come this year. I certainly hope he's not has a reason like I had last year and for not coming, that he just will, I'll be able to see him again next year, but it's still going to be a good time. That's a week long, and that's the third week in August. Week before that, my sister and brother-in-law are going to stop by on their way up to Idaho to visit my nephew and their grandbaby. So it'll be fun to see them. Coming up, what else is coming up? Those are the only big things that are coming up right now. So now I turn to videos once again. I am on the cusp of, I promised, and I seriously am going to do this, of doing a couple of things related to some of my hobbies. One of them is going to be something related to my model railroad hobbies. So I have a little tiny Japanese style layout that's in a shelf in my living room. And I'm going to first bring that out and probably do a tour of that and a video just about that. It's the first full layout I ever completed, from laying the track all the way up to scenery to what I would call finished. It was a lot of fun. It was based on a Japanese book magazine that I got that talked about making easy layouts that are really small. So I gave it a try and it was a lot of fun. And along with that, I have a couple of railroad projects I'm thinking about and working on. One will be to build a layout similar to that and do it almost in, not real time, but do it as a project over maybe a period of a couple of weeks and getting it filmed and getting it uploaded. That should be fun. And I have a couple other train ideas. I've lately been watching a fantastic, amazing YouTube channel called Thunder Mesa Studios. This incredibly talented artist and model railroader who has created an amazing narrow gauge empire based on what he basically, it's basically what a prototype must have looked like for the Walt Disney railroads and Big Thunder and that kind of stuff. And it's really fun. You should go check him out at thundermesa.studios. The other thing I'm planning on doing is my other hobby, which is miniature war games. And I've talked about this for a long time, and I'm going to start shooting some video about a game based on a set of rules, which I have found and loved, and it's really handy because it's good for doing solo play since I don't really have any players. It's called 1 Hour War Games. There it is. And I've decided I want to do a series about that rules, about a set of battles that I'm going to play based on the Napoleonic campaign of 1809, to just talk about how the rules work and demonstrate the game. And then I plan on doing some other things tangential to that, about painting figures and building armies and the terrain and everything getting set up to use that as a wargaming system. So those are the things you can probably expect first before you'll expect any more train videos or any other kind of videos. So yeah. So let me know what you think about these in and around. I picked in and around kind of like out and about, which I'm going out to visit things, but in and around my own house, my own neighborhood, because I'm too lazy to get out and walk in the heat. I also kind of made one playlist for all my vlogs, whether they be walk and talks or in and arounds. So they'll all be in one place and you can see them sort of together going forward. Anyway, thanks again for your support and for keeping in touch. It was really a good time seeing all my friends down in California, and I plan on doing that again. Oh, one more thing is that in September, I believe, yeah, September, the SkyWest Airlines United is going to start direct flights from St. George to Los Angeles. And I may give that a try just for a couple of days to see how that works. I've found prices for round trips around $219, which is not that bad. That's probably just as cheap as getting a cheaper flight out of Las Vegas and having to drive down there in a shuttle and pay for the shuttle and all that, or parking or something like that, and do that. So we'll see how that works. Might get out and do a quick trip on that, and I'll of course vlog that. So once again, thanks for all your support, and I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this video and it wasn't too boring, and we'll see you down the line with another one of these. Take care.